as I said before, you look at the same thing, but you come to two different conclusions.
Yeah, Roe versus Wade, few people have ever read the opinion written by Justice Blackmun in 1973. Um, and I think it came out 7-2. At the time that Blackmun wrote that opinion, the vast majority of the states had some type of legal structure related to abortion. I think 46 of them did. There were very few states, in fact, probably no states at the time, that had just completely unrestricted abortion like some states do now. And most of the judges in that case had been appointed by Republicans. But at that time, even, the idea of protecting unborn life wasn't clearly a Republican or Democrat issue at all. And it was just kind of written out of whole cloth because the justices at the time thought it was, I think those 7 thought it was the right thing to do. But they weren't going to wait until different states or the federal government or some legislative body changed abortion rules in America. They were going to do it themselves. And it got the Supreme Court into a trick box for the next 50 years because courts aren't very good at legislating. They can't change very fast. They can't write out a statute the way Congress can or the way a state legislature can. They can't make exceptions very easily. It doesn't go in front of the voters. Here in Colorado, we have referendums, it seems like, on almost every issue, where it's not just our state legislature that rules it, but we, in fact, rule ourselves because we get to vote on so many of the major changes in our state. The good thing about what happened with the Dobbs decision is it's shocking, but a federal body, the Supreme Court, decided, we're not good at this. We shouldn't be doing this. We didn't have the authority to do it before, and we're out of the business of legislating when it comes to abortion. We just think it needs to go back to the legislative bodies, primarily the states, to decide this. And so now we saw this in the last election. In some states, abortion was a big issue. Well, people got to vote on it and vote their mind if they want our heartbeat law, if they want unrestricted abortion. Each state can do its own thing. And I think at least I'm very concerned that over time, particularly the last 30 or 40 years, our country has gotten overregulated, too much law, too many lawyers, too many rules. Whether you're a builder and you're trying to build something and you've got endless permitting processes, you're a real estate developer and it takes you 10 years to do a project. If you're just a housewife or a house husband and you're trying to do your dishes, the federal government said how much water can go into your dishwasher, how much water you can use in your washing machine. Really, why is anybody telling us how many gallons can flow through our toilet?
Right.
But that's all flowing, pun intended, from the federal government over-regulating, over-legislating, and then the states and the localities are doing the same thing. But the good thing about Dobbs is it's one of these rare examples where a high-level body, the Supreme Court, decided we're not good at this, we can't do this anymore. The people need to decide for themselves. Legislative bodies need to decide. It's not our job to decide right or wrong with regard to unborn life.